Hello, everybody. Sorry, I just had some technical difficulties. My webcam wasn't working. I was like, what's going on? Turns out all I had to do was turn it off and turn it back on again. But oh my gosh, what a palaver. Anyway, I thought I would just pop on for a little chin wag because I haven't been on for ages. I think I've only done one YouTube live. And then we had a lot of sickness in the house for weeks on end. So I thought I would pop on because everyone's back to school, although actually two of my daughters finished today for the school holidays. So I probably ain't going to get a chance to come on again. So I thought I'd pop on and just have a little natter. I said I was coming on at 11. I'm a little bit late. Apologies for that. But here we are. So, what was going on? I am now about to edit the tutorial for the odds and ends vest. So I've made this one. Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you. I thought I'd better pop on because it's the school holidays. Well, two of my daughters finished school today for the school holidays. So I thought I'd better pop on because I'm probably not going to get a chance during the 6 weeks holiday. And we've had lots of illness in the house. But I am now, I am now editing the tutorial for the odds and ends vest. Hi, Linda. I'm going to get on that in a bit. After I've come off here, I am going to edit this one and get it up on YouTube, hopefully in the next few days. Just depends how long it takes me to go through the subtitles. That's the thing that always takes absolutely ages, is going through the subtitles. So, yeah, we've had illness in the house. It was horrible. It was like the flu, possibly COVID, I don't know, but because we haven't got no tests here, but it lasted about 5 or 6 days per person. Luckily, my son didn't get it. I don't know how. So 5 of us had it and it was horrible. So I didn't do nothing apart from I managed to spin 2 skeins of yarn and that was it. So that's the first one that I did. Love that. Actually, no, I did 3 skeins of yarn. Oh, I've left it in the other room. I can't bother to go get it. But yeah, I did that one. Very nice. And this one, which I absolutely love. When I was doing it, I thought, oh, I don't think it's going to work how I wanted it to. But then when I finished, I was like, oh, no, I love it, how it's come together. Sorry, this camera's like really weird. I can't figure out which way I need to go. But yeah, there's that one. And then when the kids went back, obviously with it being the last week or so before the summer holidays, we've had sports days, assemblies. What else have we had? My son had some sort of enterprise thing yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't even know what the day is no more. But yeah, he had something where they were making things and then selling them because my son's autistic and he goes to a specialist school, which is about 40 minutes away. So it's a bit of a trek. So I went there yesterday. No, was it yesterday? Oh, do you know what? I don't even know. No, it was Tuesday. No. Oh, what's the day today? Friday. I don't even know what the day is. I went there Wednesday. Yeah, I went there Wednesday afternoon to go see him and support him and his activity. So I just had no time to do any crocheting. But luckily, I did manage to get this tutorial done for the odds and ends vest. Like I say, I've just got to edit it. And I went straight into a brand new tutorial. I am redoing the classic granny stripe cardigan, but it's the alternative version is what I'm calling it. So it hasn't got the bottom ribbon and I am using my 10mm hook and DK yarn because I start it differently than the original one. And although I've put a little bit on the tutorial, sending people to the sweater, there's been a bit of confusion. Lots of people have said, can you do a tutorial for it? So I thought, do you know what? Let's just jump straight in and do it. So I'm making a white one, all in white, because it goes with everything. I think it'll be a nice summer cardie. It's upside down. So that's as far as I've got. I haven't actually got that far on it, but I thought I'm going to have a little go on it while I'm nattering to everyone else. But it's everywhere. And then obviously we've got the kittens. I don't know if you've heard about the kittens, but we've got a stray cat and her kittens. They've just turned 3 months old, but they can't go outside or anything just yet. We've had mum cat spayed. That was another thing. We got the mum cat spayed. Like, hopefully, yeah, everything's going to go nice and smoothly. But it did not. She came home and she was all right for a few days. And then she hissed at my husband. We went to go to bed and she was on the stairs and we was keeping them in the living room. So they were contained in that room. And she hissed at him as he went to pick her up. And we was like, that's different. Like, she'd never done that before. And then the next day you could just tell she wasn't right. She was in pain. Every time her little kitties came over to her, she was hissing at them, which is not like her at all. It was a Sunday. Had to go to an emergency vet. The first vet that we rang up wanted £325 just for the appointment. That didn't include medicine or anything like that. £325. We were like, she was booked in to see her proper vet the next day on the Monday for like a post-op checkout. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Alexandra. But yeah, she was booked in the next day. But we was like, can't really wait. We tried another vet and their consultation fee was £100. So we was like, yeah, we'll go with you guys. But yeah, £325 for a emergency vet. It's like, it's terrible. I mean, I know obviously they're there and they're doing a fantastic job, but that's a lot of money when people are desperate for their pets to get seen on a Sunday or out of hours. But she had a fever. Not really quite sure what had happened, but she had a fever. So we got medicine for her. And within 1 hour of being home, she perked up so much. She started eating because she wasn't eating or drinking. I was getting so worried because we had a heat wave. I'm talking like 33 degrees, which might not be hot for other people, but in the UK, it's like hot sludge is the only way I can describe it. There's no fresh air. So yeah, as soon as she got home, luckily she started eating and drinking. And I was like, thank goodness for that. But she had like a bit, when she went to the vet again the next day, her normal vet for her post-op check, she had a bit of like internal pain going on and they prescribed something different. But yeah, she got there in the end. It wasn't plain sailing for her. And I'm a bit worried because now we've got to get 2 girls spayed and 2 boys neutered. So I'm a bit like, oh, don't want to go through that 4 times. But we have to, obviously. We're not going to leave them. But yeah, that's my cat. Yeah, it is so expensive. My cat chat going on there. So yeah, we had human illnesses and cat illnesses for like 3 or 4 weeks. I did no crocheting. Like, what? That's not like me at all. No crocheting got done at all. But like I say, I did manage to spin 2 or 3 skeins of yarn. But it's how it is sometimes, isn't it? Needs cat money. Yeah, I do need cat money. Yeah, Lenny's good, bless him. He's good. But the mum cat doesn't like Lenny. She hasn't from the word go. We've been trying to introduce them slowly, like swapping scents. But yeah, we don't know her background history or anything, but she is not a fan of Lenny. But the kittens are warming to Lenny. We've got one kitten called Peanut who is rubbing himself all over him, and then he's like, don't know what to do, but his little tail's going. I think he just wants to join in and play, but he's a bit bigger than them and a bit louder. But they're getting there. Yeah, poor Lenny. But Peanut loves him. And we've got Binks. He is starting to warm to him. And Precious is starting to warm to him. There's just one more called Smudge who's still a bit not quite sure. But it's hard because they pick up on the mum's body language. But even the vet said she is a very, very nervous cat in general. Like, she just seems very, very nervous and anxious, which I should imagine you would be if you didn't have nowhere to live for ages. Oh, Laurie, bless your heart. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, bless you, but thank you. I really, really do appreciate that. So, yeah, if anybody has any tips on helping a stray cat at least tolerate a dog, they haven't got to be best friends, but it'd just be nice if like Lenny could walk around the house without her hiding around the corner trying to rip his face off every time he like goes anywhere near her. He don't even know she's there half the time, and she's just hiding, and then she's like and I'm a bit scared of cats, so I'm going like joining in the madness. My husband's like, you need to calm down. I'm like, I'm trying, I just can't help it. Like, she scares me when she gets all like her claws out, and I'm trying to get at Lenny, and he's all like, oh, I don't know what's going on. No, it's just blooming madness. So yeah, I've tried. What have I tried? We've like done through a glass door. She still tries to get at him, even though there's a big glass door between them, and she's still hissing at him, and he's just like, don't know. It's like she's seen her kitties with him on the other side of the glass door. So she's been out on the other side of the glass door. Lenny's the other side with the kittens. Nothing bad's happening. They're all like just chilled. We was hoping she might see that and be like, oh, he's not a threat, actually. He's not hurting my kittens. But no. So yeah, if anyone's got any tips, I would greatly appreciate them. I've also got one of those pheromone cat things plugged in as well, but it's not really doing much. Maybe it is, but it's hard to tell. She likes to spend most of her time laying outside or in the conservatory, which is my favourite room as well. That's called the Zen Den because I moved into there. Your cat does not like any animal at all. It's hard. It's so hard to know what to do. Like, obviously we want her to stay, but at the same time, Lenny can't live out his last years getting attacked every 2 blooming minutes. It is tricky. I don't know, maybe she's still like, because she's still looking after the kittens. I say, well, not looking after them, but she's still heavily involved with the kittens. I don't even think she's got any milk left, but sometimes she'll let them like suckle on her, even though nothing's really happening. She's still down for it, you know. She's still grooming them and loving on them, and they just turned 3 months Tuesday. So yeah, 3 months. I think they're about 14 weeks, 13, 14 weeks maybe. But yeah, 3 months old. That's crazy how quickly that's gone. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Sitting here talking about the cats. That's about all I've got to say. So yeah, well, anyone else crocheting in the heat? I know some people stop crocheting in the heat because it just gets too much. Oh, you're going abroad, Kerry. Oh, I'd love to go abroad. We was discussing maybe going abroad next year, but none of us have got passports. I've not been abroad since my honeymoon, which was 2008. Like, my maths is terrible. I'm trying to work it out. That's a lot of years. It's over 10 years. Well, it's going to be the same as my wedding anniversary, isn't it? So we've got our wedding anniversary coming up soon. If anyone knows, just let me know, yeah? 2008 was the last time I went abroad. If you can tell me how many years that's been, that's also how many years married I've been in August this year. Oh, I'm so bad. So yeah. Yeah, my husband did mention it. Now the kids are a little bit older. We was always a bit worried about taking them as well when they were much younger. And we didn't know how my son would be as well because he's autistic, and we didn't know how traveling on a plane would be. But planes are now his special interest. He is absolutely obsessed with planes. He's desperate to go on one and go abroad. We're going to be taking him to Duxford Museum in Cambridgeshire. That's what he wants to do because that's his birthday in August. We are going on holiday in August as well. We're going to Great Yarmouth. We go caravanning. That's about as much as we've been like brave enough to do, is a caravan holiday, but we love it. Last year we had amazing weather. We were literally about a 30-second walk from our caravan to the beach. I'm not even joking. We were just going over there and just bringing a towel, just walking straight there in our cozies, getting straight in the water. It was beautiful. And I'm praying that we do have that kind of weather again, but who knows? I know in the UK we're now due some torrential rain or something. So today, my 2 daughters are finishing school. Tomorrow, Saturday. Oh no, tomorrow is Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, at least torrential rain. Couldn't make it up, could you? Only in the UK. So I'm using acrylic at the minute. Oh, hi, Marion. I didn't see you popped on there. Oh, your daughter's got a pug and cats. They tolerate each other at a distance. Yeah, like I've had Lily in the same room. Lily's the cat, Lenny's the pug. Bit confusing, but my daughter named Lily. She doesn't respond to it. I don't even know what her name is, bless her. But I call her Kitty. And she seems to respond to Kitty better than what she does Lily. So when my daughter isn't here, I'm like, Kitty. And then she comes. But yeah, like I've had them so they're both in the room together, laying down, but I'm constantly having to train Lenny. Lenny sit, Lenny stay. When he gets up to move, she is like her face just changes shape, I swear. And you can tell that any movement from him and she is on it. Just don't like, it's not relaxing. It's not relaxing at all. And I thought we was making progress doing that for a few weeks. And then she just walked over to him really quietly one day. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to have an interaction. It's going to be amazing. And she just walked up to him and went, I was like, are you kidding me? He's laying there asleep. What are you doing? He's not doing anything. And then that put me off having them in the same room again. So it's like 1 step forward, 20 steps backwards. Yes, Kerry rain does always coincide with the school holidays. That's correct. I do remember last summer, it was terrible for the first 2 weeks. It just rained every single day. And we all got stuck inside. But I always say, right, let's put some films on, grab my crochet, sit on the sofa. My daughter, she also has additional needs. She loves threading. She's 10, but she loves those threading sets, like a hard board of an animal, usually like a shape of an animal. They've got the holes going all the way around and then laces. So I'll sit there crocheting and she'll be sitting there threading, looking at me and be like, we're doing our crafts. I'm like, yes, we are. And I love it. I love doing that. And I love that she loves to sit there with me and do something similar. Hi, Annie. Oh, you've done the whimsical Wendy vest, have you? Yeah, I've got a couple of those. I've got one in acrylic, which is a bit hot, but I like to layer that one in the winter. And then I have got one, do you know, it's in cotton, but I also used a yarn which feels like cotton, but it's not. And I think it's called like microfiber acrylic or something like that. I don't really know what it means, but it feels like cotton, but it's not. But I made mine out of that, and that's perfect for this weather. I am making mine out of acrylic. I'm making the granny stripe cardigan for those that have just come on and didn't hear me what I said at the beginning. I'm doing a tutorial for my version with the DK yarn and a 10mm hook. So it hasn't got the ribbing on it. So I'm showing you how to do that one. I'm just doing a little tutorial for it, and it's called the Alternative Classic Granny Stripe Cardigan. I'm actually here today not wearing any crochet for like the first time ever, but I have got a skirt on, which I made myself. I'll give you a little twirl. Oh, you can't really see it very well. Oh, I'm too short. Let me stand back a bit. Oh, now the chair's in the way. So yeah, it looks a bit like a bag actually. So I made this about 10 years ago, but it had a proper waistband on it and a zip, and it looked so nice. I was so proud of what I'd done. But then I had a couple of more kids, and I couldn't do it up no more. It just wouldn't give. But I didn't want to get rid of it because I was really proud of what I'd done with it. And my sewing skills, they looked really nice. And I thought maybe one day, but no, that's not going to happen. I found it in the bottom of my sewing fabric pile, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to take off the waistband and put in some elastic. Now, it has come out a bit big and baggy, but do you know what? It's comfy, and I'm wearing it, and it's real nice. It's about 28 degrees today. It feels really nice and cool. So for me, elastic waistbands are the way forwards. I've got some pockets somewhere hiding. Of course, you've got to have pockets. But it's that gathered, I can't find where they are. Where are my pockets? Oh, hang on. It's twisted. That's why. Pockets. And then there's another one around here somewhere. Pockets. Can't find them. Here they are. Do you know what? I actually look a bit of a mess now I'm looking in here. I thought I looked good in the mirror this morning. Now I'm totally like, maybe not. But yeah, I've got a few sewing projects I'd quite like to do during the summer holidays as well. But this is the only problem when you have just like loads of different crafts. So I used to have sewing, which I loved. But having a family and my family got bigger, I couldn't keep my sewing machine out all the time. I didn't have space to have it out all the time. And then by the time my kids were going to bed, I was looking at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I was, as much as I wanted to sew and I was thinking about it all day, by the time it got to like 9 o'clock at night, I was like, I don't think I've got the energy to get my sewing machine out. And that went on for years and years and years. And then I just randomly found crochet, become obsessed with that. And I loved how I could just pick it up and then do a few little bits. And then someone would go, Mummy or Kelly, and I'd put it down and be like, yes, I'm coming. Amazing. What a game changer. And then, yeah, crochet completely took over from sewing. But I do still love sewing. To me, it feels like you're doing a jigsaw puzzle, but with fabric. I absolutely love it. So I've treated myself to 3 or 4 new patterns. I've got a little top, a little summer top, and shorts because I want to make like a co-ords set. What else did I get? A couple of dresses as well. So whether or not I will get them done, I don't know. But I am hoping to try and reconnect with my sewing machine during the summer holidays. Fingers crossed. I've started dyeing fibre. Obviously, I got spinning. Love doing spinning. So yeah, it's quite hard to like stay focused these days on one thing. It's quite hard when you want to do loads of different things all at the same time. And you're like, what should I focus on today? And then I sit there for such a long time going, oh, I don't know what I want to do. The next thing you know, it's like, it's bedtime. I haven't done anything. I've just procrastinated all day long about what crafts I want to do. Oh, hi, Deborah. Yeah, that's a bit hard for me to do a rough estimate of yarn at the minute, but I haven't got my other one with me. I did make a size small, and I think that was like 300 or 400 grams, but I was using a DK yarn and a 10mm hook. It all depends on what size you're making, the thickness of yarn you're using, your hook, your tension. So it's a bit hard for me to say. I'm sorry. Oh, Laurie, how many craft rooms have you got then if your kids have moved out and their rooms are craft rooms? Mind you, saying that, I have got 2. I've got this room here, which is a shared space with everyone else. It's got a sofa over here and a telly. And I love this because when I'm doing tutorials or patterns, I'll come up here, I'll type what I need to type or record what I need to record. And then in between, when I've got lots of crocheting to do, I will grab this, plonk myself on the sofa and just like binge watch Netflix or something. And then I feel real guilty for doing it. But then I'm like, well, no, because I am recording tutorials and writing patterns. So don't feel guilty. Enjoy it. And then I took over the conservatory, which used to be the kids' playroom, but they didn't look after it. And you had to walk through that room to go out in the garden. So we'd have guests come round and we'd have to walk through the playroom, and I'd be like, excuse the mess, like it's an actual disaster in here. So I'd get in there and tidy up. Then the girls would go back in there and be like, oh my God, it's tidy in here. I'm going to start playing, get everything out. And over time, it just starts to accumulate again. And it had a big trunk, and all like little bits and bobs of toys ended up going in the trunk. So when you lifted it, it was just a mishmash of things from their bedroom. And I said to my husband, like, this, oh no, just all this can go in their room. Would you mind if I took over this room? Because I'm running out of space for my fibre. That's when I started spinning, running out of space. And then he was like, absolutely. So I just got straight on it. He come straight home from work and helped me as well, like getting it all ready. And I moved in ever so quickly, and I love it. And it's called the Zen Den, that room. I haven't named this one. I just call it the craft room. But everyone calls this room the garage, because before we lived here, this was a garage. And the lady who lived here before us had it as like some sort of beauty salon. So yeah, she used to work from home as well. So yeah, this is the craft room, garage. We still call it the garage, even though it's never been a garage the whole time we lived here. And then I've got the Zen Den, which I love. But Lily, the cat, has kind of taken over in there. But she's all right. Well, she's all right as long as Lenny ain't in there. like I was saying earlier. Just don't need the drama. I was going to have a look at some of the comments, because I kind of lost touch with some of the comments. Yeah, nothing ever gets... Oh, you wish you could sew. Do you know, Kerry, I absolutely hate hand sewing. I can't hand sew at all. But give me a sewing machine, it's totally different. Absolutely love it. But no, hand sewing, anything that involves hand sewing, I'm like, Even if I would have to like sew these together with my hands, I always try and use my crochet hook to join wherever possible. Sometimes it don't look good, I know that, so I have to use my needle. But if it's all in one colour, that's getting joined together with this. No needle, no needle. So, Laurie, one is your sewing room, and one's your spare bedroom with all your yarn. Love it. I am actually running out of space in mine as well. I'm running out of space for all the things I keep making. I've got 2 massive tubs that are in my wardrobe, and I can't fit no more of my crochet clothes in them. But they're now starting to pile on top. But even if I get another tub, I've got nowhere to put the tub. I'm running out of space. But obviously I still keep making things because I have to. I normally end up making at least 2 of each thing. Usually I make one when I'm writing the pattern, and I'll make another one when I'm doing the tutorial. Now people might say, why don't you just do one and do it all together? But it's complicated if I'm doing just one item and trying to write it all up and record it at the same time. I usually end up forgetting something. And if you forget to like record something, then you can't just go back and edit that, which is a bit of a bugger. I'm sorry to read your comment, Deborah. Will be a size 2 XL DK yarn. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Laurie. Do you know what? I used to get ridiculed for my accent. I don't know if I've told anyone. I think I might have said it before. I used to get ridiculed for my accent, and everyone would be like, oh, she sounds like she's a farmer. And I tried so hard to change it and say my T's, because like it's like water, whatever, like little, not little. I was trying to like say water and use a telephone voice a bit more to try and change my voice. But that was one thing I was nervous about when it came to doing my YouTube tutorials. And I think my first 2 or 3, I have tried to like talk in a bit more of a posher accent. But now I'm just like, do you know what? Whatever, that is my accent. And the amount of people that have said how much they like my accent, I'm like, really? After being like made the butt of all jokes when I live somewhere different for a little while, it's really nice to hear that. And it helped my confidence more, just like embracing it. Norfolk accent. You should hear my mum and dad. They're definitely a lot more broader than what I am. And my brother, actually, he is quite broad. He's all like, hey, you got a light boy and all that. Hey, you got a light boy. I can't believe I just did that. What's the time? 20 to 12. I was about to run away after I just did that, but... Oh, you've got your own craft room? Oh, so I'm just trying to read your name. Is it Disley Sisters Knitting Podcast? You've got your own craft room and spend nearly every day in there. It's a wonderful place to be in. If you can spend every day in your craft room and it brings you happiness and joy, then absolutely do it. My craft rooms are like my favourite places ever, 100%. Even if they are shared, when everyone's not here, it's just bliss. And now it's going to be the 6 weeks holidays. Pray for me. Pray for us all. Oh, my youngest two were fighting so much this morning before school. I was like, we've got 6 weeks of this. That's fine. We've got a few things planned, so hopefully it won't be too bad. And it's raining. It's going to be raining, like I said. That's always the worst. Get stuck inside. Just reading some more of your comments. You had to learn to speak in an Aussie accent. Are you in Australia, Deborah, right now? A day, I'm just reading your comment, Alexandra. A day has not enough hours to do it. No, it doesn't have enough hours to do crochet work. And I always think to myself, right, I've got all day. I'm going to get as much done as I possibly can. Then I get home and like I'm on lots of different platforms. So I always, when I take the kids to school, I'll go through my messages and comments and trying to respond to as many as possible. And then I'll be like, oh, I've got a hoover. And then I get the hoover out. And then you got to do bits and bobs and clean. And then you're like, it's 11 o'clock. I haven't even started crocheting yet. So then I come in here and then I start crocheting. And then it's like lunchtime. And I always do everyone's pack-ups for the next day at lunchtime. So I'm like, right, I've got to do it. And I cook everything in the slow cooker as well. So I have to go through the kitchen, put that on, have my own lunch, come back, and it's about 1:30. I'm like, what is going on? Then that leaves me with like an hour and a half left until I've got to go pick my girls up. So there's me thinking I've got 6 hours of crocheting, and literally I only end up having about 2 or 3, if that. But the time goes so fast. This has probably been the quickest school year I have ever experienced in my life. Feels like they just started a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, like a few months ago. And now like, my youngest is going into the upper section of primary. She's going in year 3. Then I've got another one going into year 4. I've got my next daughter. Oh, I think I've just got a delivery. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Somebody's here. I think it's my son's birthday presents. Yeah, I'll chat until they come to the window. I've got another daughter. She goes to a specialist school. I believe she's in year 6, last year of primary, I'm guessing. But it doesn't go like that at specialist schools. It goes by like ability more than age. They're not coming just yet. And then my son, who is autistic, same sort of scenario, but he has moved up to the upper high school section. He's just done, oh, hang on, 1 second. Delivery. Hiya.
Good morning.
Just about.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Good weekend.
Thank you, you too. Sorry, everybody. Birthday presents for my son. Yeah, my son has just done his first year of high school and he had the best year ever. Before, when he was in the lower school, I was getting phone calls nearly every day. He was unsettled. He wasn't staying in class. He was just not participating in his lessons. Oh, my God, my phone's ringing now. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to answer it. Anyone else like me, you don't know. Why is it ringing again? If they want me, they can leave a message. I'm right funny about my phone. I had that on silent mode as well. Obviously, calls can come through. But yeah, he was like, not having a good time, bless him. But as soon as he moved up to high school, he had the best year ever. So I think he was so ready for that. And now he's moving up 2 classes. He's not moving up to the next class. He's skipping that and he's going up even higher, which I forgot. He actually did that in the primary school section. And a lot of his friends moved up to high school and he stayed back for another year. So he's just done his first year of high school. They're happy with how he's progressing now, and they're now moving him up 2 extra classes. So hopefully it continues and he remains settled, but he's doing ever so well at his school. He really, really is coming on leaps and bounds. Let's have a look at some of your comments again. Oh, you're in Australia. What's Deborah? Sorry, but what's the time right now then if you're in Australia? That's probably a silly question. Are you exactly like 12 hours ahead? It must be. Is it getting close to midnight? You're from. Hi, Susan from Baltimore. Yes, everybody. Can you comment where you are? I'd love to see where everybody is. Susan, I am making a granny stripe cardigan in DK yarn. I've got it upside down. DK yarn and a 10mm hook, which sounds crazy, but I like to experiment, and I've already made one and it makes a really lovely summer cardi. So I'm going to keep it short sleeved. And yeah, it's just nice to throw on over a pair of shorts or a dress in the school for a school run morning. If it's going to be a warm day, but it's not quite warm just yet, it's nice to just bung that on for the school run. Well, I haven't got no more school runs after today. So, but yeah, never mind. Oh, it's 6:46. Okay. So what made me think we were like 12 hours ahead? I'm just so bad with things like this. Sorry. Laurie from Massachusetts. Kerry's in Kent. Western Australia. Warrington. Oh, hi, Christine in Australia as well. So are you having your winter at the minute in Australia? Yeah, we're having a classic summer where it's like really, really hot, no air, but apparently it's meant to pour down with rain at some point. We've got thunderstorm warning. I do like a storm though. There's just something about it that's like eerie, isn't it? I don't know what it is. There's just something about a storm. I do like a storm. Although when I was younger, they used to terrify me. And I don't like the amount of rain that we get when we have a storm either, because our patio tends to flood a little bit. And then you're like, I hope the water don't come in. Especially now my craft room is right in front of it, like the Zen den, as I call it, my little wool room with all my fibre in it. I've got a tangle going on. I'm at the end, like getting near the end of my yarn, and I've got this to deal with. But the cats were playing with it last night, so that's probably why. I'll blame them. Hi, Georgia. You're in Australia as well. Oh, no. Okay. All right. So you're living in Kent. 11 degrees. Ooh. Oh, I hate it when it goes like this. Oh, no. I've just dropped my yarn. I've just dropped it on the floor. It's because I'm at the end. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because if I don't sort it, it's just going to go from bad to worse. Although I feel like it's going from bad to worse right now anyway. Weymouth, Crochet by Lynn. Hi, Crochet by Lynn. I'm guessing your name's Lynn. Hi, Lynn. I've seen you pop up with messages and comments before, so that's why I'm saying hi. Yeah, I get to a point as well where I'm done with summer. I do